Well, hello. Welcome to Fallawsophy. I'm your host, Jennifer Fallaw, and I have some Jentel today. Now, I bet that you guys thought that nothing was happening because it's quiet. Well, that is not true. Okay, there's a lot happening. And I'm going to tell you what it is. Well, I can't tell you all that it is, but we're going to have a good time tonight. So I've got some Jentel. I will tell you about that. Then I have a nice little announcement. And then we're going to do some readings. Thinking I might teach a topic. We have plenty of time. So just sit back, relax, and let's get to it. Okay. This is Jentel for June 16th, 2026. Interdimensional meditation. I projected my consciousness to the 6th level of heaven and spoke with Jesus to the library and spoke with Jesus, the apostles, and the archangels. RV News. The dress was like lavender, purple. Jesus spoke. He said, intelligence has detected an underground threat. This created a delay last weekend. I'm not sure where this was, if it was actually an underground threat, like in tunnels, or a cyber threat. He said, when people are paid, you will not know. You are not supposed to know. They are told not to tell you. Okay? And I will leave you with that. The best possibility for notifications for 4B is Thursday or Friday. The source of the delay has been located, and they're handling it. Trump right now is collecting final signatures for geopolitical business. Trump gives the order. Very sensitive situation right now. Can't give any real specific information, but I think as the week goes on, there will be plenty of Jentel confirms. Okay? Coming in the news. I saw a mountain. I saw what looked like down the side of a mountain a landslide or an eruption of some kind, earth moving down a mountain. The mountain did not look like it had a lot of trees on it. It looked pretty barren. Then I saw a subway or trains moving pretty fast, and then I saw smoke or like a white cloud of gas. Okay? Now, just to remind everybody for new people coming in the news, doesn't even matter if it's true news. We're going to see it in our news feed. And that will confirm the other part of the meditation. We're always looking for confirmations. This information is coming through my human filter. And so we collect confirmations through coming in the news, and we will see this in our news feeds, some kind of Jentel confirmations. Next one. Prime Minister on his way. You will see that. Next one. The note. Now, Anons, when I say the note, everybody thinks of what I think it was George Bush's funeral. I did too. So I don't know if we're going to find information out about that, but I think that exposure is full steam ahead right now, starting with the UFC fight and what that man said about Obama's wife. Okay. Okay. Earthquake again, Pacific Rim. Possible big waves. This could be a big one. Not quite sure. This is moving behind me. It's not paranormal activity. I've got a fan on the floor. It's hotter than hell in here. Okay. All right. Next one. Shares plummet. Next one. Obama shames. Like shaming somebody. So I don't know if he's going to come out and shame everybody for saying that about, but it's trending. Okay. We'll see what happens with that. Last one, orbit, like orbiting around something. The word orbit. I actually saw some kind of it on the side of a building with some kind of logo, but we'll see how that shows up. And that's the Jentel for today. Once again, Intelligent has detected an underground threat. This created a delay last weekend. Not sure where, if it was actual threat under tunnels or a cyber threat. Kind of think it was in the USA. When people are paid, you will not know about it. They will lie to you if they have to. Best possibility of notification for 4B is Thursday and Friday. The source of the delay has been located. Trump is now collecting final signatures for geopolitical business, or will be. Trump gives the order. And then we had mountain landslide or eruption, subway or trains, and smoke or gas. Prime Minister on his way. The note, which could be fun. I'm really not sure if it's about that, but that would be cool. Earthquake, Pacific Rim and waves. Shares plummet. Obama shames. And orbit. Thank you, Sir Rose, for writing that up for me. Jentel, in written form, will be posted on Fallawsophy JFD on Telegram and various chat channels. Also, there is a Jennifer Fallaw on Telegram and Jentel Confirm channel. And that's what we got for today. My plan is to go live tomorrow and Thursday. Might be just Thursday. We'll see if I have anything else to share. Oh my gosh. And my secret little friend just sent me a post saying FBI foils alleged plot targeting a UFC event at the White House. Drones and sharpshooters. That doesn't really fit in with underground, but it could be underground. Underground could mean like hidden, we'll have to see. I don't know if that's a Jentel confirm on that, but it was over the weekend. So keep your eyes and ears open for the Jentel confirms. If you would like to book a reading with me, you can go to Fallawsophy.com. You can purchase and schedule yourself. If you would like a healing with me, if you'd like to reach me or Marcy Howell, you can go to JenniferFallaw.com. Marcy is there and waiting and ready to cleanse your house, your people, and your life, and is very good at it. And now is a very good time to get one. Right now, you have the opportunity to subscribe to my channel, my show, like and share, and become a monthly supporter for $5 a month. And I would appreciate that. That's a nice tip for the amount of information you're going to get over from this channel for the RV and the news and, psychic development and spiritual evolution. It's a very good deal. So when I am live, I'm sure, I haven't looked at the chat. I'm sure Gina's in there. Marcy's probably there. and can help you do that if you'd like. All right, that's out of the way. I have new glasses and I can read now. I'm so excited. And they're perfect. I can actually read and see far away. You've got the old lady, what are they called? The transition. They're not transitions. I keep doing that. The progressives. Yeah, progressives. I kept saying transitions at the eyeglass place, and the lady in there kept, she just had like some kind of power trip, and she just kept correcting me. That is not what they're called. I'm like, okay. Alrighty. So we've had some changes lately in life. I'm not going to say much about this. I have chosen to move on from Real News Live with Mike and Jen. I've been telling Mike for like 6 months that the time may come that I would have to do that, to focus on my own life, build my own channels, and for the good of my family and what I need to do. Okay. He's known, we've had several conversations about it. There was no surprise, there was no shock, no fight. I just, I couldn't get on the show. Something happened with for a while, and I kind of took that as a sign that it was time to move on, time to do my own thing. And then a few days later, I find out that my precious baby, my precious Faith Marie, is pregnant. Faith is 26 years old, extremely intelligent, doing well in her career. But because we live in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, which is the hottest place that everybody wants to live, the rents have tripled in the last few years, and she had to move back home. So her and her sister rent the basement. Her boyfriend has been with her for 8 years since senior year in high school. And this was a shocking surprise to them. And she came home from lunch from work, and she came up to me and she said, "Mom, I have to talk to you." I'm like, "What? What? Who died? Who's bleeding? What's happening?" A freak out. And I look at her, and she's got her phone up, and it's got like 3 or 4, I don't know how many pregnancy tests, a picture of them that all say positive. And I'm like, oh. And my first reaction was, I got a baby. And then I saw her face, and she just lost it. And then I remembered when I was 26 years old, engaged, working on my career. I was not in the plan. I was not in the plan at all. And I went to my mother, just bawling my eyes out, clutching a brick of Monterey Jack cheese, because that's the only thing I could stomach. Okay? And telling her the same thing. And so I looked at my baby, and I said, what's done is done. God sends us souls when the time is right. We've been together for 8 years. Could have happened any of those times, but it didn't. It happened now. And I'm here for you. And Mommy's always going to make everything okay. I always have. And you're not alone. She goes, I was so afraid you were going to be mad at me. You're giving me a grandchild. I live for this stuff. I mean, I enjoyed every second of their childhood. I've enjoyed them every even in the bad times. But when they were little babies and they were little kids, even when I did their laundry, I'd hold up their clothes. I was just in awe of them. I loved every freaking second of that. Now I get to do it all over again. I'm so excited now. Yesterday was hard. Yesterday I was a little freaking out. I was freaking out. I was like, okay. So how you gonna handle this on top of everything else, Jen? I mean, like, and then it was just so weird. It was so weird that my baby is my first baby is having a baby. And she goes, "What do you want to be called?" And I'm like, holy crap, I'm a grandma, huh? Holy crap. And so my mother's grandma, his mom wants to be Nana. They also have on their father's side, there's a Nana. So I'm like, you know what? Grammy. In honor of my beloved stepmother, which I loved with all my heart and soul, I'm going to be Grammy. I'm going to ace that stuff. I'm going to ace that. I will try very hard not to steal the child for a week at a time and give it back when they want me to. And I will try not to spoil the hell out of it, but I'm gonna. I've already started shopping. So yesterday was shock. Yesterday was a shock. My poor baby. And then I called my mom. This is the best part of it. I mean, and my mom's got the slight dementia, right? But she's totally cognitive. I mean, she can follow along. She just will repeat, like, twice in the conversation. She asked Faith, because Faith was on speaker, and she asked Faith if she was going to get married. And I'm like, well, let's just see what happens. I'm not going to make any comments about the boyfriend, ladies. So I call my mom, and there's been the rift in the family, right? Not with mom, but she says, she listened, and she goes, you know what? Maybe this is a gift to you girls, because you've suffered so. And I just lost it. I mean, I'm like, that's the total truth right there. That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard, Mother. She is so good at that. I mean, just at the worst possible moment when you're thinking, throw me a bone here, throw me something. She comes out with the most beautiful thing. And she has taught me that way my entire life. She did the same thing when I came to her. And I'm like, there's my mama. There's my mama. And that Katie, I said, now I know, most of the time you and your sister hate each other because you live in the same house, because they're both right in the basement. My house is set up kind of like a duplex, but it's one house. It works. But I told Katie, I said, now listen, your sister needs you. She's going to need your support. This is a big, scary thing for her. And I don't care what you think of the boyfriend, you're going to need to support her sister right now. And she stopped. She goes, I will. And then she's like, we have a baby. And I'm like, I know. We have a baby. We are going to have so much fun. We get to do everything all over again. I'm like, how old do they have to be before we get them in volleyball? That's what I want to know right now, because that was so much fun. Everybody thinks it's going to be a boy. Katie, both my girls, psychic is... Katie's sitting there, and she goes, I said, Faith thinks it's going to be a boy. And when I said that to her, she's like, I just got a name. I'm like, shut up. What is it? She goes, I can't say. We have to wait to see if she comes up with the name. And will tell me, and I won't say anything. And she said, my kids don't watch my shows, so don't worry about it. She said, Jackson William. And William was their dad's name. So I'm like, oh. And I'm like, and so like right when she said, and I said, Jack. And when I said Jack, I saw somebody standing there in heaven in my mind really quick, this man. I'm like, oh, I know him. I'm like, everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. And then later on, mediumship, I talked to their father, who's passed away. Called him in. Bill, get in here. Oh my God, Faith's pregnant. Oh my God, what are we going to do? Tell me our baby's going to be okay. Tell me she's going to be healthy. This is going to be a healthy pregnancy, and that the baby's going to come, and it's going to be healthy, and I'm not going to lose my baby. I'm panicking. And he's like, he taps his watch on his wrist. He said, he's coming. It's destined. And I'm like, this boy. Now, I wanted a girl, all right, because I raised 2 girls. I already know how to do that. I know how to do boys, but we'll learn. We'll learn. My brother, if we have a boy, my brother is going to be so damn happy. He's going to be all over that. He had 1 child, and it was a girl. Most of the family's girls. He's going to have so much fun with that. This child is going to be so spoiled. Okay? So, scary news yesterday, happy news today. Onward and upward. Time marches on. Just call me Grammy. All right. I heard something this week I wanted to talk on for a little bit. Let me see. My little secret friend keeps sending me things. Really? FBI raids Soros Group. They made their move. Really? What's happening? I do. I think that we're going to get this exposure now. I mean, what was that? Why was that allowed to speak freely and say that at the end of the fight? Are you kidding me? That was hilarious, by the way. I laughed my ass off. Hilarious. Okay, since it's a $10 minimum for Rumble Rants, you can begin. You can put those up, subscribe to the channel, $5 a month, whatever you'd like to do. You can start with those because I'm just going to talk for a minute about something, and then we'll get into questions, okay? Okay. More than once lately, I've heard, well, I'll believe it when I see it. That is the exact opposite of how creation works. I'll believe it when I see it. You have been taught not to believe anything that you don't see in the physical reality. And then that you think it's proven to you. That is manipulation. That's a programming tactic to try to convince you not to create a positive reality, to stay in a state of doubt. And that's why we're in this mess in the first place. Doubt, fear. Even yesterday. I've been told many times, and even have a promise necklace, that the promise necklace is part of one of our creation exercises I got from God a long time ago when I was worried about, PTSD from losing their dad, but worried that something would ever happen to my babies, okay? I just like, God, can you got to tell me that they're going to live, that they're going to outlive me, and that I'm going to live a long time, so I don't need them. That's all I need. That's all I need. I'll do everything else. I will do everything else. So he gave me this promise necklace, and in the promise necklace, he promised me that is written and that is true. But still, when something like that came up, it's my first thought. Oh my God, what if something happened to my baby? I just couldn't go on. I mean, so there are times when it's very hard to have faith. It's so easy to jump back into the old cycles when you're baited. Jump into like fighting. Jump back into fear, doubt, confusion, and spiral through that. But that's not what we want to do. Why? Because what we believe is what we create in our reality, what we truly believe. And if you spend too much time worrying about all the bad things that could happen, that you're afraid will happen, you're not putting the energy into what you would like to see manifest in your reality and giving yourself time to believe it. So what is it that you truly believe? And is there anybody or anything in your life that is dimming your light and encouraging you to doubt, to engage in low vibrational behaviors, and to interfere with that positive creation to achieve your goals? Shining light you see in the future. I've been on a long journey to eliminate people and situations like that from my life, and my goal has been peace. To be at peace. Sometimes you have to make hard decisions, and it seems they come just at the right time to create peace in your own life. You are trendsetters. You are those that, the ones that believed without seeing. You always felt it there. There is some divine purpose, some knowing that you couldn't really explain, but it's there, it's out there in the future. But when it gets quiet and when it gets hard, some people say, well, they jump back into old cycles. Well, I'm going to give up on this. I'm going to wait until I see it to believe it. No. You believe that, and you keep focusing on that goal in the future, and you will create it in your personal reality. And enough of us believe the same thing. We'll create it in our collective reality. Okay? There's going to be a divide after a while. When all this happens, people will see. Not all of them will see what we've seen. We're going to know more than most. They'll see the changes. It is completely up to them how they see that, whether it's disaster or freedom. In your personal life right now, you've got two choices. You can take a look at your life and you can see all the blessings and you can see all the goodness and everything that God has provided you. Or you can take a look at everything that you don't have, or everything you fear will happen, and live in misery. We have walked a very long road to get to where we are now. Don't give up now. Not before the finish line. And then come running back in later and say, yep, I always believed. You are the digital soldiers. You are the ones that go first. You took an oath. You believed. You educated yourselves. You did not give up. You walked through the fire and found yourself on the other side. And very soon, you're going to find yourself in that oasis. You are. So, just another thought here to take with you. Thought, everything was created with thought. In the beginning, they say there was the word. There wasn't. Thought comes before the word. The process of having a thought is as follows. A thought has no language. That's why telepathic communication is translated. First, you have a thought. It is a collection of energy that means something. And you translate that thought into your language. Then you speak the thought in your head. And if you're communicating through language, through your mouth, then you say it again and make noise. I know that this is true because in working and developing interdimensional meditation, I found, and I was reminded of this today when I was teaching somebody, but I found that when I thought of asking the question, the answer would come from Jesus or the archangels, God, in meditation before I even finished saying the question in my head. They already heard it. Okay? So where does creation live? All right, and those of you practicing interdimensional meditation, if that happens to you, if the answer comes over top of what the thought, the question that you're asking in your head, just say, please wait till I'm done saying the question in my mind and then answer it. But most of the time, if it comes and overlaps your process of doing that while you're speaking in your mind to yourself in your language, it's probably true. So this is what we do as human beings. The initial thought is the knowing before it's translated into language. That is where creation lives. So it's very important, even if you fall back into old cycles. Yesterday, my emotions were all over the place, man. I was a mess. Joy, fear, oh my God, what, just all over the place. I mean, I had to get it together. I was just like, all right. Don't slip back into old cycles. Don't fall back into fear. You know that your baby's going to be okay. You know this. Stick with what you know as we move forward. Because the first knowing in your mind before you translate it in language, you will change your mind and choose doubt when you translate that into language. And rethink it once again before you speak. Okay? That first thought, that's where creation begins. Work on that. Let's stay positive. Let's see it happening. We're not delusional. We didn't just make something up and get everybody to believe it and be like, okay, the mothership's coming for us. No. There are millions of intelligent people who know that this is coming. And there are lots of things, according to the Jentel, that are happening behind the scenes that you're never going to hear about. Never. All right? Let's not, even when it gets quiet, it's going to get quiet when stuff's happening. Okay? Eye on the prize. We don't give up. We don't give in. And we definitely don't give up on our leader. Okay? Yes, we got a human leader here, Donald Trump, but we also never give up on God. Okay? Yes. God does win. And good does triumph over evil. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Okay? Okay. Now let's do some readings. It's going to be good. Not only am I going to ace this grandma thing, but when this happens, I'm going to be ridiculous. Okay? Okay? I'm going to teach him to read, like, just like Faith. I swear to God, if it's Faith's kid, I know. Even Katie. Katie's so smart, too. Faith, we're going to teach him to read before he even gets close to school. I'm all over that. I am all over that. This kid's going to get into school, and they're going to be like, kid's a genius. I'm going to love this so much. But I know Katie. Every time Faith has gotten something, Katie wants one. Every time Katie has something, Faith wants one. You know, so we always have to get the girls the same thing at the same time. As soon as Katie falls in love with that kid, she's going to be like, I want one. And I'm going to say, you go sit down. You're not doing that. All right? All right, I'll do the readings. Now, it's best that you guys view this show from Rumble, okay? Because that's where I'm taking questions. YouTube is just for the YouTubers that will not change, okay? But, you know, if you want to ask me a question, you got to get over to Rumble. So, just so you all know, I will be doing my show more often. I will be putting out Jentel more often. I'm going to be in your face. I'm going to be all over the place. I got stuff going on with the family. I'm going to make it work. One way or another, it's happening, and everybody's going to be okay. So, like the channel. I'm calling in to my following. Support me. I'm going to support you. All right? We are not giving up, and we're doing this together. Kicking it into gear. Okay, let's start at the top here. This is Judy. Does my mom Linda have a message for me? Okay, we're going to ask Michael because I don't have first and last to call him in. But Michael knows who you are. Okay. She's listening. They all say that because they are. She says you really need to listen to your intuition. Most of the time, you're right. Montana Treasures, congrats, Grammy. I know it was going to be Grammy. I'm so excited. Today I woke up and I'm like, oh, I'm going to be a Grammy. Totally different day than yesterday. Betty O here. Will my daughter Mary and Aaron's liquidation sale go extremely well? Yes. Extremely well. Nancy. Hi, Nancy. My brother Ed Franklin passed away a few years ago. Does he have something to tell me? Okay. Ed Franklin. You keep missing it when it comes around. Nothing like terribly important, earth-shattering, like save your life kind of stuff. I said, well, why don't you come to her in a dream? And he goes, well, she doesn't dream well. He'll be around next Thursday. Keep your eyes open. This Thursday or next Thursday? This Thursday. Jen, is it possible to open a medbed center, or is it only for the military? I do think that there is one big project that's in charge of that. I don't think that I do think after a period of time it will move from the military into that project's private hands. I do think that you can submit to have a center, a healing center, but through that organization, they will send you a bed to have in your facility, but they may send personnel of theirs to run it. So it's almost like it's like you're renting space for them to have it in there. You're renting it from them, but they're going to run it. So it's not actually in the military at that point in the military's hands. Kathy Clem here, Jen. My son Corey goes for hopefully his last week of arbitration. Has the outcome changed at all? We have been praying and believing God wins. It has changed some. Did I see that? What was that? I saw that. It was like a wisp or a blue light that just went past me. It could have been a bug. I didn't see a bug, but that was neat. Has it changed? It has changed some. I do think you will be pleased with it. Something came to light or was done that made a difference. So that's all I can say about that. Belinda S. here. Will I be an M or a B? B. Iridescent 7. Hi, Jen. Paul here. My sister Janet passed way back in 1985 in her 20s. She was angelic and communicated with me sometimes. Is she helping my mom, Ellie, and does she have any messages for us? Yes, very present. Very present with your mom. I've heard everything you want to say, I think is what she just said. Yeah, she came through quickly there. She must be angelic because they just let her come right in. Seal 58. My daughter Samantha just got a new teaching job in Michigan. Do you see us buying a house in Michigan? And if so, do you see when? Am I an M or B or B? One question, please. Teaching job, Michigan. Do you see us buying a house in? Yes. Yeah, it's an older house. I think it's in that. Well, that's a cute neighborhood. Oh, I love houses like that. It looks like a craftsman or something, like with the porch with a couple wide like pillars that get fatter as they go down. Yeah. Jen Julie Richardson wanted to check again that 55 Hubert Street, Ingram legal issues will be settled in our favor in the next few months. Yes, from Gabriel. Scott 1484. How long will it take for my first wellness center in Illinois to open? A month? Year? Excited for you and your new future. Thank you. It's going to be more like a year. It's going to take longer than you think. Yeah. What's going on? Am I haunted right now? I just heard like a. Is that psychic? Did you hear that? Am I losing it? Like, boom. Put that in the coming in the news. I don't know. The house sounds quiet. I mean, I think there'd be some kind of screaming or barking if something exploded. That was weird. I think I got somebody in here. Hang on a second. Okay. Hi, Jen. So excited for you. Do you see any other animals in addition to horses and dogs at our next home? Some kind of bird with a long neck. I don't know if that's a goose. A white bird with a long neck. Sorry about the hair. It's been a long day. Okay. Do the best I can over the last few days. Poor Faith is so nauseous. I'm like, this is because you were so upset. It's too coincidental. You tell me you're pregnant and now you've got terrible morning sickness. I mean, just calm down. Everything's going to be okay. Kelly Fontana. Hi, Jen. Congrats. Friday night at 10 p.m. I went to bed and felt two hands grab my ankles, and I felt like pulling me off the bed. I woke up quickly. Can you see what happened? I think you might have been in and out of a dream on that one. I'm serious. I woke up quickly. I think that was a dream. Okay, but I would get a house cleanse and a personal cleanse from Marcy Howell because that kind of stuff starts happening if you've got something like that going on. Patriot Lady, this is Janet. Well, I moved to California this year. This year, I'm looking at February. Before you actually, are there. Red, White, Blondie. Hi, Jen. Tiffany here. Congrats on being a grandma. That melted my heart when I read that. Happy for you. Thank you. Do you see me landing the job? They rescheduled the interview and I can't get a gauge. Okay. I see you shaking hands with somebody. There's a week to 10-day delay because somebody's on vacation. I do think you get the interview. I do think it goes well. I'm not sure if you're going to need it, but as of now, and on that subject, that's what I see. Okay? John Patton. Do you still see Angela and me in Pismo on the 4th? That's cutting it close now. I think so. I mean, you may go to Pismo, but I don't know if you're going to own the condo by then. Even a cash sale is not going to be that fast. I do see you getting together, though. I mean, I don't know if you're in the process of buying it when you go it. As of now, and if everything goes well, Joanne, do not come at me later. Okay. Hey, Jen, do you see me buying a building? A new home or 26? Do you see me buying or building a new home in 26 or 27? Geo. Let's give me at least a first name, a picture, some kind of connection here. Now I got to go to when you type that, find out who you are. Let's just ask Gabriel. It's easier. Lazy. Build 27. I think that's probably when you, I don't know if that's when you begin or when you're finished. It might be spring of 27. I don't know where you're building, but I think the winter has something to do with it. Hi, Marcy. Hi, Gina. Thank you for being in there. Monthly supporter. Hello, Jen. Susan H. here. Will my family come together after the RBV? Will we talk and interact, just not as much as I want? Oh, we still talk and interact, but just not as much as I want. Thank you and congratulations. Susan H. Yes, there will be more activity, more closeness after that. There are two individuals who just can't seem to get along, but they play nice for, short periods of time. Yeah. Hello and congratulations, fellow Grammy. This is Linda. Will son Brian get the job he's interviewing for tomorrow, or will he be working with me after the RV? I don't think he's getting it. It's really not right for him. There's a reason for it. Tell him to keep trying, not to get discouraged. Thank you, Rich Moore, 1971, for your support. DB Young, 1259. Congratulations, Jen. Wishing you and your family the best. This is Diane and Jay. Will 770 be the house number of our future? No, I'm getting a 9 in the beginning or something, and then 9, and then possibly that could possibly be an 8 there. How many digits? 4 digits. 4 digits. Yeah. It's not it. Hi, Tom. Yeah. Skagra, 69. Fight, fight, fight. That's freaking right. Fight, fight, fight is right. That's what we're going to do. No surrender. We only surrender to God. That's it. Okay? Okay. Sandy B. Lone. Sandy B. Lone. He told me once that my spirit guide was Tony. Did I hear that right? Just don't feel any connection and wish I could talk with him and actually feel something. You guys, you don't understand the guidance that goes back and forth. You're so used to it, you think it's just you. Oh, I just decided to drive home a different way today. Oh, I just decided. Well, I had a thought pop in my head when I was looking for my keys, and I just decided to turn my head and look, and there they were. They communicate with you all the time. You're just not speaking back to them. So in your head, if you say Tony, which they know that, if I gave you the name Tony, this is what I do when I give you the name of a spirit guide, whether I'm wrong or right, I tell Mother, Father, Jesus. Forevermore, this person believes that their spirit guide's name, that their divinely appointed, true divinely appointed spirit guide's name is Tony. And so forevermore, let that communication be protected by you and let no imposters interfere with that. And so all you have to do is say, Tony, I cannot find my keys. Please help me find my keys. And don't worry about, it's telepathic communication. You're not going to hear some bellowing voice from down the hallway, in the second bedroom. Oh, I found the keys. It's Tony. It's not going to happen that way. Okay, that would be cool. But they know that would scare the crap out of you. So they don't do that. They have been with you since the moment you were born and until the moment that you die, and they will take you home. Okay? Unless your soul is in turmoil and decides that you don't want to go. But they do never leave you. Ever. And they love you more than your parents do. Even your parents are not with you every second of every day for your entire freaking life, watching everything that's going on with you. So, as far as not feeling the connection, think about it that way. Pretty sure you'll feel it. Hello and congratulations, fellow Grammy. This is Linda. I did that. Brian getting the job. He's interviewing tomorrow. I did that. How did I get down there? Did I do that? Yeah, I did that. Right? If I think I did that. Didn't I do that? I'm getting the dementia too. I'm getting symptoms from my daughter because I'm so connected to her and watching everything that's going on with her. And last night, I think it's because she was upset. She was getting the morning sickness. She'd say, I want to eat this. And then we bring it to her and she's like, no, I can't eat that. And I'm like, I did the same thing when I was pregnant. So then I was doing it. Then I was kind of nauseous. I was smelling everything. I'm like, all right, I got to pull back from this. It's the empath thing. I'm feeling things that she's feeling. Let her be an adult, Jen. She's going to be a mama. Pull back. Okay, hi, Jen. Jane here. Will I purchase 57 Sea Castle Alley and 142 Salt House Lane? Yes, on both. Gina Skinner. Famous quote from Gina Skinner. The Gina Skinner says, "It's getting gooder." Yes, it is, Gina. It's getting gooder. Okay. We've got a new monthly supporter. Thank you very much. Red Hawk 13. Hi again, Jen. I'm Lori B. I timed out the first time. I'm not giving up. I believe I'm a B. Can you confirm? Oh, I'm sorry. If you want to email me another question, did you have to pay twice? No, you wouldn't have. No, you wouldn't have. Anyway, if you did, just email me. I'll answer another question. Is Lori a B? Absolutely. You are a B. Bernie, 1947, monthly supporter. Bernice would like to know if my son John will get med treatment for prostate cancer 2 months sooner. TCEECT 2 months sooner. I don't know what that means. Med treatment. Bernice and John. As of now, and if everything goes well, I do see them getting him right in. I do see you calling, and that appointment is within a week to 10 days. So I would say yes. Hi, Jen, Debbie P here. Do you see me and my husband and daughter and family moving to Georgia, staying in Florida? Georgia comes after the 1st of next year. You're going to stay where you are for a little bit. Okay? I don't know why. Just hadn't found the right place. Just takes a little while to get it all together. You're busy doing other things. There's a shift in perspective there. Like, I have to hurry up and buy something right away because I have money in my pocket. And then you're just like, well, let's just make sure that this is exactly what everybody wants. Hi, Jen, Debbie P here. Do you see me and my husband and daughters? And did I just do that? I am losing it. Where the hell was that? Okay, this thing's moving. That's not just me. Well, I'm a grandma now, so I get a free pass on that stuff, right? If I'm a Grammy now? Let me know in the comments. AZ Film Doc, monthly supporter. Hi, Jen. Dario here. Beth and I have been having to put out a lot of fires lately. What do you see? When do you see this coming to an end? Yeah. Hey, bro, what do you see on that? Shortly. Okay, what Gabriel is saying, pin in that. Next one is Sparkle. Sassy Pence. Okay. What Gabriel's saying is that a lot of us have been on a spiritual journey. Surprise! And, the journey to truth will lead you to the ultimate truth and then lead you to being a truth speaker, and that is a spiritual journey. And along the way, you will start to weed out people, situations, and things in your energy field, your life, and in your plan that cannot go with you onto your higher timeline. It's not ego. It's not any of that. Ask any of the old timers in the spiritual community in there. They'll be like, yep, yep, been there. But when cycles will start to close out, you make a decision and towers start falling. And you're like, oh my God, I was moving in a positive direction. Why is all this stuff happening? Because it can't go with you. It doesn't. it doesn't resonate with you anymore, and it's not ego or anything. It's just the vibration of it. It doesn't match you anymore. Okay, and it happens, and sometimes it seems like tragedy when it's happening, but it's actually just cleaning up everything that doesn't suit you anymore. Okay. All right, Sparkle Sassy Pants. Hi Jen, congratulations on the new grandbaby. I know you will be the best Grammy ever. I'm totally gonna be the best Grammy ever. My name is Julie. I'm having car issues and wondering if it's the transmission or something else. Well, I don't know. Let's ask Michael. That's what I always ask when something's broken with like some kind of machinery. Um, he helped me out a lot when I was widowed. I mean, like the yard tools. I mean, I can't. Everything was rigged from my late husband. I mean, I'm talking about wire and tape and stuff like that. And I'm like, I can't even figure out. I'm surprised he wasn't a tweaker. This whatever he did to repair this thing. All right. It's definitely, I'm looking at it. I don't know what a transmission looks like, but it has something with fluid in it. I do think it's the transmission. Don't laugh at me. All right. This is stuff for husbands and brothers, and that's the way we were raised. And the women handle all the other stuff that men don't want to do, but that's a man thing, and it's not my thing. So what I'm seeing is something that has to do with the gears, and it has fluid in it, and I think that's a transmission. Okay. Hi, Jen. Sandra K here. Do you see me as an M or a B? A B. Also, do you see me moving to Wyoming? One question, please. No, or not just yet. Not just yet. There's another change you're going to make that you don't see coming. Not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad, or you wouldn't even have told me. I don't get bad news, okay? Often. Nadine Corn. Hi, Jen. Congratulations. Thank you. Just to thank you for you being you, a light to all of us, and a stabilizing force to all of us. How about Amy? At least an M. Thanks, Grammy. Nadine. Thank you, Nadine. How about... Oh, am I at least an M? Okay, I see. Yeah. You're good. Yeah. That's either, at the very least, a double or triple M. Yeah. Kim EA, who in their right mind would give Jen's show a thumbs down? I don't know, jerks. Jerks? Probably the ex who's stalking me. It makes him feel powerful. Thumbs down. Right now. Right there. Loser. Anyway, so. Sorry, Jesus. Okay. Aw, Scott, thank you. Faith has a huge philosopher family and support. We are here. Thank you. I appreciate your support. Because the only real PSD that, well, I don't know about that, but like the longest running biggest fear I have is when their father died. I didn't even want them traveling in a car with anybody but me. I mean, I didn't want anything. I was like, oh yes, overprotective. But then when this happened, my first thought was like, oh, we're getting a baby. And then I was like, oh, what if something happens to my baby, So, there may be days when I fall back into old cycles and get scared, and then I need all of you to come in here and all of you psychic people to tell me everything's going to be okay, and then we'll move forward together. Okay? Okay. Congratulations, Jens, and welcome to Grandma Club. Yay! Thank you. Oh, Beth V, I'm not going to be able to scroll back and match up that comment, you monthly supporter. Then I'm going to lose my place. Hi, Jen, monthly supporter. Hi, Jen, Lynn here. I have a lot of projects to help humanity. Am I an M or a B? That's a double B. Thank you for all you do. Thank you. Mary Gold, hi. She says Fallaw family rules. I think so. Okay. Who did that? Who's CMC Greg? 219 gave me 50. Thank you. Congrats, Grammy. M or BB? Double or triple B? Thank you so much for that. All you monthly supporters, congrats. I know. My God, I'm going to drive you crazy. I'm going to drive you crazy with the pictures. When Faith was a baby, that's when we had like all the little video cameras, and it was the big one, and then it was the little one with the little tapes, and then we had the little CDs, and I've got them all somewhere. I need to like turn into something we can watch. But I used to sit there and just take videos of her, of every movement, just watching her sleep. I'd dress her up like 3 times a day in different outfits, and just I was like totally in love with that girl. Katie too. Katie was born with the most beautiful strawberry blonde hair. Like every hair was a different color. It was different strands. Just so cutest little girls. Lady Diana. Hi, Jen. Diana L. here. Does my dad, John, have a message for me? I'm excited for you and your family. Thank you. Lady Diana. Diana. Oh, I know which Diana that is. Dad. You going to be okay? The health situation will pass. It's not your time. All right, you got to stop it. Diana. You're going to be okay. All right. I think Dad sees you over there like with these thoughts running in your mind, asking your guides what she's thinking about. Like what's going on with her. You're okay. You're not going. Everything's fine. It's just something. It's something, but it's not that bad. Okay, AZ Toby. Hi, Jen. Debbie here. Will I get a med bed before I have to resort to limbal stem cell transplant to save my vision? It looks like you're probably thinking about doing that maybe August, September time. And I do think that as of now, and everything goes well, I do think you're getting into a med bed before that. I'd hear you telling somebody about that. What the heck? Hang on. Did I miss that? All right. Cecilia 56, $20. My son is thinking I didn't mean to say $20. My son is thinking he's losing his job. Will he find another job? Yeah, he is losing his job. He will find another job. It might take like 3 weeks to a month. Yes, when I'm done with Rumble Rants, this is going to always be the rule. Do I have the email on here? I should have the email on here. Yep. Okay. This is always going to be the rule. If I miss a Rumble Rant, now if I miss 2 Rumble Rants and get 20 emails, I'm not going to be happy. That's not fair. Why does that keep happening? I don't want that. Okay. Because that has happened before. All right. Just email me. I'll answer it as soon as I get it. Now, not a good time to say this, but I am behind on the emails. Okay. I will get to them. I will get caught up. I am sorry about that. I just scrolled through. I thought I was a couple days behind. I missed an entire block from like a week ago. I'm so sorry. I have a list of healings that I need to completed healings I need to email you back about. The last 2 days has been weird, and I'll get caught up. Okay. Okay. This is Kathy. Will we get 329W circle? Yes. Okay, guys, stop the rumble rants. What time is it? Yeah. Yeah. Just so I can finish them up. Jan. Where is that one? Did I miss it? Okay, Tamara Joe, I don't know if you meant to send me $400. If you did, it's going to be in there for a while. Whatever I make today or in June is going to come to me at the end of July. So give me a comment and let me know if you meant to do that, because I'm seeing $400 on the screen. Okay? So if that is a mistake, it's better to go in, and I haven't done it before, but maybe request a refund for that, because if you're going to wait for me to get my payment and then send it to you, it's going to be a while. Where the hell am I? Okay. Hi, Jen. Jan Skinner here. My niece, Trisha O, has moved in with us in March. She is struggling. Will this arrangement work out? I think the sigh is going to sum up the whole situation right there, okay? This is going to be challenging. There's a reason she's there. There's a little bit more going on than you think. I'm not going to accuse anybody of anything. She has the opportunity right now to clean up her act. You're going to have to stay on her ass. Okay? What about Bob? That's an awesome screen name. Congratulations, Grammy, on your new podcast. That's a lot. That's awesome. I love that screen name. I feel like that sometimes. Wasn't that the client that wouldn't leave the psychologist or psychiatrist alone, and just, everywhere he went there was Bob. I know how he feels. I do sometimes. Hi Jen, this is Anna. I'm going to concert with my teen son Adam and his girlfriend. Will everything go well? Yeah, but I see them, they keep leaving you. Tell them not to leave you. They keep taking off and you're standing there. So yeah, tell them not to leave you. Holly Kennedy, welcome to the club, Grammy. Thank you. Can you call my dad, Buford Ray Bell, in? See if he has a message for me. He passed when I was 20 years old and I'm 57. Buford Ray Bell. He's goofy. I've watched you grow. I'm so proud of my girl. I don't care what anyone says. Like, he doesn't care about any negative anything that you've ever heard from other people that don't matter. He brags about you to all his friends. You can do no wrong in this man's eyes. I don't know how he was when he was here, but he is like your biggest fan. And I just heard him say thank you. God, I love that. It's so nice. Hey Jen, this is Christy Thompson. Does Donna Braswell have a message for me for Billy Joe? Does Donna Braswell have a message for Billy Joe? And Christy Thompson is asking. I just heard yes, I do. I believe she has brown or reddish brown hair, auburn hair. I'm really picking up some red in there. What do you want to say for Billy Joe? You are loved. You are complete. There is nothing else you have to do for me. Sounds like Billy Joe's going through something. Mississippi Magnolia monthly subscriber. Will I be M or B? Thank you. B. Okay. Trisha here. Do you see me buying my granddaughter's land in zip code 52570? No. I don't know why. I don't see that. Roxanne Granado. Congratulations, Jens. This is Roxanne. My son Brandon will be stationed in Hawaii with the Army. Do you see him being okay? I just see him eating and sleeping and doing this and that. Yeah, he's okay. He'll be okay. He's safe where he is where I heard. Hi, Jen. Congratulations. This is Kim. Thank you. Will I get the farm that I've been watching? You will get a farm. It is not that one. Gina Skinner can't wait for ducks and geese, and she is so excited. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, swan. Yeah. Okay, you guys are talking. All right. Hi, Jen. This is Beck Lessert. Congratulations. How far will I have to travel to a med bed? About 20 minutes. It's either 20 minutes or an hour and 20 minutes. Rebecca King, do you see me getting the home with the house number 107 in Houston, Texas? Yes. Okay, Tamara S., can you see if I need to do any more legal moves to help my house from a sheriff's sale since we are at the end of maritime thing? I'm thinking you didn't mean to send me $400. Email me about that. See what you can do through Rumble. If that's a mistake, go and cancel it. Don't worry about giving me anything from it, just because that's going to be held up. I mean, if you meant to do that, thank you. Hell. All right, I heard a boom earlier, and I just heard a plane, like shoo, like through this. I don't know if this is malfunctioning. Do I have something else open? That's new. That's not. That's weird. Okay. Weird. I mean, it sounded like that, but it sounded far away. Maybe is my hair doing that? No? It's weird. Anyway. Hello, Jen. Lauren Davis here. When do you see me and my family moving to Arizona? $1. Lauren, that's fine for now, but we do have a $10 minimum. Arizona. October. I heard that very clearly. All right. I don't like this. I think I have something open. Is there something else outside? I'm not losing it. I'm just saying I'm hearing something. And if this is psychic, keep your eye on the news for something going on with a plane and a big bang. And I hope I'm wrong. Otherwise, some sound is coming through my earphones, which is awfully strange. Because I don't have anything open. Weird. All right. Jen, I've been receiving messages during meditation from galactic beings. Positive messages. Am I making this up? I don't like the whole galactic being thing, but it's just me. I stay in my protective circles, the divine, God, Jesus, the archangels. I don't like reaching out to something that says, hello, I'm a galactic being. I'd like to get into your mind. No. Yeah, I don't think it's accurate. I don't think that I would not do. First of all, anything that talks to you, you don't do anything that anything says to do. Okay, you must do this. No. Okay, no, Marcy. Okay, Dentra 112. God bless you and your daughters. Thank you. Love you all so much. It's DB in Georgia. Hi, D. Will I have someone in my family go with me to the RV? Will I have to go to a military base very far? Georgia. I do think somebody goes with you. I do think it's a male, like a son or a nephew or something like that, a younger male. It's not on a military base. It's in town, next town to you. It's not hard at all. You're going to be okay. You're so sweet, D. I can feel it from you. You're just a sweetie pie. Okay. Cat one woman 6492. Melanie Rose here. My rant expired before you got to it. I got started late in the RV. Do you see me being a MMM or triple M? That is a triple M. Go ahead and ask me another question and email if you had to pay twice. It's not fair. Okay? I will do it because I can do what I want. Okay? I work for no one. Do whatever the hell I want. So does Marcy. All right. Okay, congrats, Grammy. Thank you. Lisa here. Long ago, a friend of the family, Patty Jo West, died of breast cancer, leaving me behind a small child. We all lost track of them. Patty Jo West. I do think the small child went with the extended family. I do think that they grew up and that they are alive. I mean, it was kind of rough, but stable. I do feel like it was family. I do feel that there was love around this child. And I think the child probably grew up and had a family of their own. I don't know how long ago this was, but I do feel like that transition, like the graduation from high school and all that. Okay. Jen, do you see my older son Eric moving to Chicago? And if so, when? Older son Eric moving to Chicago. No. Treeman 56. How far do you see us traveling for the RV? I just got 150. So I don't know if you live out in the middle of nowhere. I don't know if that's an hour and a half because sometimes I'll see it like 1.5, but I'm getting like a 1.50 hour and 15 minutes. Um, or if that's miles. But you're going to have to go a ways, and I don't know why. Most people don't. Hi, Jen. This is Steve C. I recently bought more currency. Am I getting close to a B yet? Yes, I did too, because of Scott. All right, Scott. You can't call me with a good sale. All right? You can't. Because then I'm going to say, oh, no, I'm fine. I don't need any more. And then they'll say, but it's a really, really good deal. And I'll be like, I could probably pick up a little bit more. Mama loves a sale. Oh, SJP41162. Love you, Jen. I love you too. Thank you. All right, I think we're getting to the end here. Are we? AR0419. Congratulations, Jen. Amanda W. here. My daughter Jennifer has been feeling sick for the last few days. Can you tell me what's going on with her? Thanks so much. I don't know how old she is, daughter Jennifer. Amanda W. It's a stomach bug. It's a virus. Should be fine in the next few days, by the end of the week. Patty Ann, too, monthly supporter many years ago. I asked my angel to tell me their name. I heard two names. Excuse me. Patrick and Andrew. Are they my guides or angels? We don't just have one guide. So we'll have a primary guide and a primary guardian angel. At different times in our life, we'll have other guides pop in. And at that point, yes, it could be a family member that you knew to step in as a guide, like when you're going through college or starting to have children or going through transition in your life. Sometimes scholars will come in to help you in college, starting a business, so we choose and ask people, okay, I'm going to start a business at this age. I'm going to need you because of your, knowledge to come in and help me do this. They will. So if you got two names, then you had two guides at the time. All right. I think we're good. Hi, Primetime Gal. The Kel. Hi again, Jen. My rant was missed above. Hi, Jen. So many congrats. Terry here was hit with some alarming financial news today. Will we get a loan I applied for today? Yeah, it's going to be kind of steep. Yeah, you'll get it. Where's my hair? I'm just sitting here. It just keeps getting worse and worse. Am I melting? Okay. It is hot in here. I'm waiting for Randy. The air conditioner guy has not come back. You want to get on that? Okay. My Ben's 207. It's Keisha. Hi, best friend. Will I be okay? I'm having worrisome anxiety. All right. So a lot of people are right now. I had a little bit of it yesterday, but I had a reason. Everything is going to be okay for you. Everything's going to be okay for most of us. Your worrying, your anxiety isn't doing anything to solve anything. You might as well just give it to God. There's nobody ever that can fix something like he can. Trust me, I've lived it. Just give it to God, Keisha. Just throw your hands down and say, you know what? I'm going to have an anxiety-free and worry-free day. I'm going to give myself a vacation from that. There's absolutely nothing I can fix today. So I'm going to give myself a break. Shut up. We got a big earthquake. Oh, that's a few days ago. That doesn't count. It has to be after the Jentel, but thank you for that. She said there was a 7.8 in the Philippines the other day with landslides. Well, keep your eyes open because we got Yeah, we did. Earthquake, Pacific Rim. Okay, so keep your eyes open. There may be more. There was talk about the San Andreas Fault today again, and my hair is even worse now. There's been talk about the San Andreas Fault my entire life. We've been waiting for the big one in California for a long time. It's actually one of the reasons I moved away, because I wasn't quite sure. And I always saw this wall of water coming. So I'm like, I want to go back and I want to live on the beach, but I'm a little worried about it. I'm like, okay, I always said it could be a past life memory. It totally could. I think I did have a Greek past life, and I had these really big, like, hounds, these dogs. And we lived on an island, and we would go to I'll go across the water to the land for some kind of festival. Um, and there was some kind of big thing that happened. And there was fire, and then there was water. It's a lot of water. That's all I know. So anyway, what the hell, man. Anyway, are you guys still putting them up? Because this is endless. Hi, my name is Debbie Harmon Brown. So happy for you and your family. Will I be happier living at 1008 Areola or 1770 Ensenada on Pensacola Beach? Ensenada. I don't like the other one. I don't like the energy in it. I feel depressed. I feel irritated. I feel like there's too many people around. Okay. All right. What about Bob? Thanks for your intel, Grammy. Thank you, Bob. Primetime Gal. Love you, Grammy. I love you too. Robin. Shut up, Mike's in remission. That is such good news, Robin. I'm looking for Beach Home now. Have I seen the one online or in person now? God, that is such good news. You know what? I hit him hard. I've been trying. Okay. All right. That's really good news. I love that. All right. Let's see. Beach Home for Robin. You haven't seen it yet. Gabriel says it's going to pop up just in time. It's going to be perfect. Okay. Are we done with the rubber rants? I'm hungry. I want to go find some. Oh, there's one. Kathy Weber here. Do you still see me being swapped out at my summer job, please? Yeah. Yeah. Really? Linda Garney is saying they keep telling us we're way overdue for a big quake here in Salt Lake City. I'm only about a mile from the fault line, but sitting on the rock pile. I don't know how big that fault line is in Salt Lake City. I'm not really sure. The whole Yellowstone thing is scary, though. I remember, how old was I? I was like 25, 26 years old, something like that. And we went to Yellowstone. Was I? No, that was a different trip. This is when the kids were little. Yes, they were in the back seat. I remember now. So I'm driving. We went to Yellowstone with the grandparents. And we're driving back to Idaho. And I'm driving, and I'm always interested in what kind of rocks these are. You know, like, that's an igneous rock, and this is, what kind of clouds these are. So I'm looking at the rocks, and I'm like, that's lava. And I didn't know it was I didn't know there was a volcano there. And I'm like, and that's lava. That's old lava. I'm like, so where's the volcano? Looking at the mountains, looking at the rim, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm driving through it. And then everybody talks about this thing going off, but God, it's not going to go off anytime in our lifetime, anytime soon at all. That's not going to happen. But I remember the day when I figured it out and I didn't know. And I was driving through it. It was such an eerie feeling, and I'm like, that's really old lava flow. I mean, that's lava rock. Kids are in the back seat. La da da. We're driving through the middle of a volcano. I'm like, oh my goodness. Yeah, there's always going to be people saying, I lived my whole life, and everybody's like, the big one. We're waiting for the big one. Hasn't happened. If we start getting smaller earthquakes, 4, 5, 3, 6 on the Richter scale, stuff like that, that is good. It's releasing tension, as far as we know, from the fault line. Okay? I don't think California is going to drop off into the ocean. I don't know why I don't think that, but I have taken oceanography and, studied a lot about it and plate tectonics and all that in college, and I don't really, so I'm like, really? Okay, so we might get a little bit of water coming in there, but it's not just going to fall off into the ocean. There's land under the ocean, right? That's not happening. It's not floating. Okay? But that would be a big one. The chances of it all going off at once and doing that, slim, I'd say. They like to hype it up on the news. Everybody likes to get clicks from it, from putting out their theories. It's coming. The big one's coming. And it's like, did you just discover the San Andreas fault or what? Are you new? It hasn't happened. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna try and make it happen. I'm saying, that I just don't really see that happening. This giant, catastrophic, kill everybody in California thing. Okay, we may get a really big one. Make it an 8, a 9. Water coming in, stuff like that. But I don't see the big, giant catastrophe like that, and I don't see Yellowstone going off anytime within the next 1,200 years. I just heard 1,200 years. So we're good. Don't live in fear. Okay, I think that's it. I'll probably be on tomorrow night. Okay, I'm going to see what I get, see what happens. Sue Rose, thank you so much for typing up the Jentel. I'm going to put it up on Fallawsophy on Telegram. And that is all. Have a lovely evening. I like the idea of the Grammy Club. Let's do that. Let's do the Grandma Club. Let's just do the Mom Club. Mom and Grandmas, because, moms are fun too. Okay? All right. Have a good night. Bye.